Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Okay, it's the end of May. All of the May sweeps are done. And a lot of big finales, a lot of big ending shows, the reality shows, American Idol, Celebrity Apprentice, and of course, Biggest Loser. And all of them had their big build-ups and competitions, etc. And I'm going to focus on the Biggest Loser one this week. I have to say, of all of the shows, and I don't watch every show intensely. I'm not glued into them every week. I'll admit that. But I did watch the finale of The Biggest Loser and got pretty choked up a few times just looking at what these people have gone through. If you're not familiar with the show, people that are have a significant amount of weight to lose sign up as contestants. They head off to a ranch that they work with specialized celebrity trainers, and then there's competitions that they have, and each week there is a weigh-in where the percentage of weight loss is done, and then people are sent home or survive throughout the season to eventually become the biggest loser, the one with the most weight loss, and that had gone through and survived the competition, and were I forget all of the other details. Not going to pretend to do that. But I got to thinking, that's 20-week program, and these people went through some major changes. I mean, not only just weight loss, but there was a lot of personal changes that happened as a result too. And that's something I could really, really identify with. And I'm sure many of you out there can identify with when you've taken on a program, one of their fitness programs from Beachbody, and pushed play and stuck with the program. So for those of you that are relatively new or haven't done that, or maybe fallen off the wagon a little bit, or have, I'm not sure if you have a significant amount of weight to lose still, or if you're you're at a really fit point and you want to ramp things up. But I started to think, what could you accomplish in those 20 weeks during a Biggest Loser season? And one of them, I think you could take on one of our 13-week programs designed just for you, and just show up those 20 weeks. I mean, those 13 weeks, they're going to go by anyway. So, take one on. But I started to think, as you're going through, you don't necessarily need to try to have a weight loss percentage that's going to rival those on The Biggest Loser. Maybe that's your goal. But I think you can end up being your own biggest loser and end up having your own finale and have different ways to measure throughout. That can be, for me, I didn't step on the scale. I avoided it my first time around, but ended up choosing a program like Power 90 to start with, and ended up shaving 35 pounds off my frame. So I used belt loop notches to do that. Clothing size, another benchmark. Taking pictures every 30 days, and starting with your day one picture that you probably hide, and but when you pull them out and look at them side by side, that is an amazing thing. Just the amount of energy that you have, the confidence that you're building, people that are noticing, that you're getting healthier and fit, and just the better sleep and the strength and endurance that you get over time are great benchmarks of knowing that you're progressing in the right direction. It isn't necessarily that you're losing the beer gut. I think that's happening, and to tell you the truth, that's probably one of the last things that goes, are the big trouble areas that you want to disappear overnight. But just know, by showing up every single day, and then checking in with Biggest Loser every week, and seeing where you're at every week. That's the way I measured myself as I was going through. I kept checking off the days as I did my workout on their little calendar that's included in the programs. And I looked at every week as going back year in time to a weight that I was at 13 years prior. And sure enough, I went for it. I don't know where you're at. That's what worked for me. But I think you can end up having your own finale. Whether completing the 13 weeks, there's still another 7 to go in the season. Repeat it, or maybe choose a different program. But what I think you need to do is come up and first, and I've got a blog post on this, so you can check that out. But first, you need to make that decision for getting fit, and you have to decide why. I'm sure these people that were very, very significantly overweight didn't just look at Biggest Loser and say, hey, I need to win $250,000. I'm signing up for that. There's most likely a deeper why. Whether it was to extend their life, to be around the family, just tired of being tired. Some of these people had some very significant weight to lose, and so I'm sure it was impacting a lot of their health and a lot of the things that the lady that won, she wanted to land different roles in her career. I think she was an opera singer or something like that, and she wasn't being cast for the certain roles because of her weight. That you have to dig into that why. I was talking to a customer this past week, and she was like, what? For starters, just to feel more confident when I go into my 30th year, class reunion. I don't want to be that person that let myself go and didn't care and whatever. I want to get back in it, but I want to go beyond that. There's so much more life to live, and I'm going in the wrong direction. And that's what I had to say. That was for me. When my why, I was tired of being tired, but I could see the writing on the wall that if I didn't take action, there was going to be type 2 diabetes in my life, and there was going to be lack of energy, and my joints were already starting to ache, and I didn't see that going to be improving. So I had much deeper why. So that's what you need to do. Choose that why, and then choose a workout program that fits your fitness personality. Email me for a chart or check my blog post for a chart that you can go through and really identify what it is that you're looking for that will work for you, that will have you sticking with it. And then you're going to connect with me. You can check in daily, you can check in weekly, but you're going to check in. You're going to connect with me to stay committed and stay focused. Now, I can't motivate you. You've got to motivate yourself, but I can be that accountability person for you and help coach you through, because I've done most of the programs. So I can help you with that. You can ask questions, things like that, and I'll give you an account that gives you your own tools that you can get in, plan meals, get tips and ideas and things like that. And then the last thing is just to follow the nutrition plan that comes with these workout programs. They've been designed exactly tailored to the workout program. You can tweak a little bit based on the calorie needs for you, but it gives you an essential plan. Yeah, it does weed out all the crud that's gotten our nation into the obesity epidemic that it's in. But you get yourself to, as you're working out, your body's going to crave better things to fuel itself, and that's what these nutrition programs do. They aren't so limiting that you can't make it work within your life. So I'm going to recommend that, and then what we'll be doing is at the end of the season, or after 20 weeks, wherever you want to start your Biggest Loser season for you. There'll be a finale. You'll be happy. You'll be celebrating. Maybe it's not the big $250,000 check, but hey, Beachbody's always got contests going on that you could submit to, and if that's not your thing, just know the consolation prize is that why, that reason why you're digging in. That's why you would start anyway. It isn't the big paycheck. It isn't the big prize. It isn't the big recognition. Sure, those things can be very, very nice, but it's your reason why that's going to push you forward. So as I look at these people that have accomplished Biggest Loser. That's got to give you the biggest message. You know, when you take a look at those stories, you've just got to know that it's never too late. We'll see you next week.